everyone, welcome to Confusion Maven. It's Jen. Today we're going to talk about how you can make this adorable little amigurumi heart, and you can make it as a kawaii or you can make it plain. In this one I even put, can you hear it? A little rattle, so you can make a great little baby toy or cat toy. But if you do put the rattle, I recommend you not putting the little eyes. If you want to put the rattle, you're going to need this. This is the rattle. I picked these up off Amazon, and I'll show you in the description how you can get a hold of yours. If you want to include the eyes, you're going to need some of these safety eyes. These are also available on Amazon. These are 8mm safety eyes. But again, I only recommend that if you are not giving it to a pet or a baby. All right, you're going to need a 2.5mm crochet hook. You're going to need a yarn needle, a pair of scissors, some fiber fill. You will need some yarn. We are going to use this cotton Aran in weight 4 daffodil yellow for the main part of our heart. We are going to use red for the lips and pink for the cheeks. Okay, all right, so here we go. Okay, our first stitch is going to be the magic ring. If you're not sure how to do the magic ring, you might want to look back at my channel for the Crochet Basics series that I've got going there. We'll show you all you need to know. So in our magic ring, we are going to have 6 single crochets. All right, now we're going to tighten our ring. And this is forming the bottom of our heart, like that, okay? We are going to do our next round, which is additional 6 single crochets. So 1 single crochet in each of our 6 that we've already created. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now it's kind of inside out right now, so I want to pull and try and make it go the opposite direction. We want it to be like a little cup. So I'm stretching and pulling my stitches until I can get it going. See, now it's like a little cup. All right. Tighten my ring if I want to or need to. Okay, this is round 3. And in round 3, we're going to do 2 single crochets followed by an increase in each of the stitches around for a total of 8 stitches. So 1, 2, and then the increase. So that's going to be stitch 3 and stitch 4. All right, we got to do it one more time. Starting with stitch 5, stitch 6, and stitch 7 and 8 is my in the increase. So it's 1, 2. All right, now we have 8 stitches around. Round 4 is going to be 3 single crochets followed by an increase for a total of 10. We're going to do it twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do it one more time. 6, 7, 8, and then our increase 9, 10. All right, that's round 4. Round 5 is a little different. We were going to do single crochet followed by an increase 5 times, and that's a total of 15 stitches. All right, so let's do that. Single crochet followed by an increase. That's 3 stitches, single crochet, followed by an increase, that's 6 stitches, single crochet, followed by an increase, that's 9 stitches, single crochet, followed by an increase, 12 stitches. This is our last time, single crochet, and our last increase, 15 stitches. All right, so this is what you've got going right now. Okay, next round, round 6, 2 single crochets followed by an increase 5 times for a total of 20 stitches. All right, so let's do it. 1, 2, and then our first increase, 3, 4, okay, single crochet twice, increase, so that's 8 stitches, single crochet, single crochet, increase, that's 12 stitches, single crochet, single crochet, increase, 16 stitches, single crochet, single crochet, increase, that's 20 stitches. All right, so that's the end of round 6. For round 7, we're going to do 3, apologies on the shaky camera there, we're going to do 3 single crochets followed by an increase 5 times for a total of 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, increase, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, increase, that's 10, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, increase, that's 15, increase, that's 20, and our final increase, 25. Okay, now we're just going to do 25 single crochets all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, this is what we're dealing with right now. All right. Round 9 is a little different. It's going to kind of give it a little bit of this roundness right here. You'll see. So what we're going to do first is an increase. Then we're going to do 9 single crochets, or we're going to single crochet 9, as you would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 single crochets. Now we're going to increase 3 times in a row. 1 increase, 2 increase, and 3 increase. We are going to single crochet 9 one more time. Okay, we single crocheted 9. Now we're going to increase 3 times once more. At this point, we will be single crocheting around 32 stitches 2 times. So that's going to be 64 stitches all the way around. So it'll be 2 rounds of single crochet. What I like to do, because sometimes I count wrong, it happens, I'll take this little tail and drape it across right here to mark where I start. And when I get back around, I'll know I've done 32 stitches. So that's what I'm going to do right now. There's my first stitch. One more. All right, at this point you might want to take a little break. This is what we have so far. We have all the way up to here, we have 11 rounds of our design completed. So I'm going to stop for a second. You can pause the video if you need and take yourself a little break. All right, welcome back. So now we're going to work on the top bumps, the little bumps. They're asymmetrical, which I love because I don't know about you, but I'm not the best artist in the world. Creating this design to be symmetrical is kind of a nod to that, I guess. And I just love how it turned out. Okay, So now we are going to single crochet 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And at this point we will chain 2. We're going to skip 16 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. On the 17th stitch, we're going to insert our hook, pull that loop tight, and start our single crochet journey one more time. We're going to single crochet 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So this is what your heart looks like at this point. Okay. In this next part, it gets a little tricky because we're going to be working in this chain right here. So we're going to single crochet 8, but when we get to this chain, we're going to single crochet in the back loops or in the loop that is on this side of the chain. Okay, so let's take a look at how we do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I misspoke. We're not single crocheting in the back loops. We are decreasing in the back loops, okay? So we're going to set our hook into the first loop, grab yarn, pull it through, set our hook into the back of the second loop, grab yarn, and pull through. All right, then we finish off that decrease stitch. It can be tricky with such a tiny hook, but not impossible. If you feel more comfortable using a larger hook, you can even use an acrylic yarn. It seems to be a little bit thicker than the cotton yarn, so you might find it a little more easy. I don't know, your heart will turn out just as nice. Okay, now we're going to decrease one more time in both loops. And we're going to single crochet 7. 1, 2. All right, so this is what we have right now. I still have this tail hanging out here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that back inside the heart. I may need it later, who knows? Stuff that right back in there. Okay. Now, at this point, if you want to include safety eyes, you would go ahead and do that. And you would put them between rounds 8 and 9 with about 4 stitches in between. And then you would begin stuffing. So let's see what that looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right around here. Looks good. These safety eyes can be tricky to use. So Then we need about 4 stitches between. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So I want to make sure that this is how I want it to look before I put the backing on. Once you put the back on, it is firmly attached, and I like that. Okay. So I may have to go off screen to get the backing on. Just depends on how hard it is. Sometimes these are tricky. Okay, I got that one on. All right. And look at there, I got it on. All right. Now I would like to stuff. So I'm gonna grab some of my fiberfill and just kind of put it in there. If you need to use the end of your hook, this end, to shove it in really well, you can. Depending on how firmly you want your heart to be or how firm you want it to be, you can have it be super soft and just add a little bit of stuffing, or you can have it be super firm or something in between. It's just really up to you, whatever you prefer. All right, let's leave it at that for the moment. All right, continuing with our crochet. We are going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease. We're going to do that 3 times for a total of 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, decrease, that's 4, 1 or 5, 6, 7, decrease, that's 8, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. All right, that's 12. So now we should have 12 stitches right here. Next, we're going to decrease 6 times. So that should close us up. It may not close it up completely, and if it doesn't, we can use our yarn tail to sew up the hole. So let's get started with that. One decrease, 2 decrease, 3 decrease, 4 decrease, 5 decrease, 6 decrease. Okay, now we're going to fasten off, and I realize that we're not completely stuffed or closed here, and that's okay. We're going to close that off. So I'm going to leave enough of a yarn tail that I can sew. Pull it through. Kind of push the stuffing up into the top of the heart and get more if I need. It helps to compact it a little bit, but right now I'm going to sew up that hole. And what I do is I kind of just grab one side of the single crochet loop and just pull the yarn through. And I keep going around. Till it's closed. Then I'm going to send my needle through and out the other end. I don't want to pull it too tight because it'll change the shape, you see, and I don't want that, so just kind of pull it through like that. And then I'm going to trim the end down here. All right. Now we have part, like I would say 3/4 of our heart. If we want to put more stuffing, we certainly can at this point. But if you don't want to, you can always add it later. All right, now we're going to need to make the next bump on the top of our heart. And we're going to start with a slip stitch in the first skipped stitch of round 12. Let me show you what that looks like. And then I'm going to single crochet within the same stitch. Okay. Now 7 single crochets. That was my first one. So 6 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, we're going to decrease 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now single crochet 7, and when we get to the other side of this chain 2 that we did in the middle, we're just going to grab that one loop because we've already worked the back loop. We're going to work the front loop of that chain 2. So single crochet 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Picked it up. 5. 6. And 7. Okay. Now, we're going to do 14 single crochets followed by a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now for, whoopsie, now for the decrease. All right. Next we will do 3 single crochets with a decrease 3 times for a total of 12 stitches. That's 4. That's 8. That's 12. At this point, I'm going to stuff just to keep that going. Okay, now it's time for our decrease times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to fasten off, leaving a long tail so that we can sew in the ends there, or sew up that circle. Now, if you want to, you can put a little more stuffing in there. That's really up to you. Like I said, I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to use the end of my yarn hook just to kind of stuff that in there before I close up that hole. All right, now closing up the hole. All right. Almost finished. All right, so poke it down to the bottom, pull it through. There we go. Now we can trim that. Okay, so now we have our little amigurumi kawaii heart, and we can leave it just like this if we want to. If you don't feel comfortable embroidering, it's perfectly fine. Looks very lovely, just like this. Kind of gives it an inquisitive look, if you ask me. But if you are interested in adding the pink cheeks, you're going to cut off a little bit of this pink yarn. This is how I do it. This may not be the professional way, but this is how I do it. I choose a spot to come in at the back, and I aim for just under the eye, just like that. Pull through, and I'm going to go back under like that, and then I'm going to come back out right over here next to this eye. See? And I'm going to go back in right here. I'm going to try to come back out just in the same spot that I went in. All right, so there's like that. Now, on the back, you can tie yourself a knot. But don't tie it super, super tight. Just a little knot like that, and then another little knot. This one you can do tight, the first one not, the second one yes. Now, because if I pull it tight on the first one, then these will pull tight, and I don't want that. So I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to kind of work it to where this knot goes inside, and now I can trim the ends. And if you squish it, your little ends will go in, but if they won't, you can work it in with your needle. There you go. Okay, so there's your cheeks. And again, if you want to, you could stop right there, or you can continue forward and add the mouth. So for the mouth, you're going to use black or red, or whatever color you want. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Whatever suits you. Same manner as you did with the pink. We pick a place in the back to go in, and I'm going to try to come out right here. There we go. If you're not happy with that placement, you can go back. For example, I changed my mind. I'm going to come up here and see what I can do. And really, with this, you're just looking to make a V. See? So then you go down here and you come up right there. And you go back in the same spot, and you want to come back out the same spot back here. Okay, so pull that. Now you have your mouth. All right, so again, the same procedure back here. You're going to tie a loose knot to begin with, because you don't want to pull on your mouth too much. And then you're going to tie a tight knot. All right, mouth still looks good. Okay, I'm going to trim this to begin with. And then I'll use my needle to kind of work that knot inside. There we go. Get that red yarn hidden by the stuffing. Okay guys, you have your Amigurumi Kawaii heart in crochet. Now you know how to make this. You can impress all your friends, make a billion for gifts, and have fun. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.